Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
You say baloney, I say Bologna. You say COVID, I say Corona. Baloney, Bologna, COVID, Corona. Let's call the whole thing off. If only we could all sing a little Gershwin together and make this go away. If only we could just call the whole thing off. Instead, despite the arrival of a vaccine that can deliver us to our new normal, we wait. President Biden has pledged to immunize 100 million Americans in his first 100 days in office. Ambitious, yes, but at least we no longer have to hear, "Stop the steal," and we can embrace a far more relevant mantra, "Stop the spread." We have begun year 2 of this global pandemic. It was just about this time last year when we started hearing about a new and contagious virus. It was first detected, we were told, in China, perhaps at an outdoor fish market in Wuhan, and fears were growing that it had been carried to the United States. Scientists gave it a name, 2 names actually, the coronavirus and COVID-19. Soon enough, the first case was reported in Washington state. Other cases followed, many cases. We've lost more than 450,000 of our fellow Americans to the virus, and the death toll climbs by thousands every day. The horrific numbers include more than 11,000 Ohioans, and here in Lucas County, some 650 have died. Their life stories appear nearly every day on the Blade's obituary pages. The enemy is invisible, insidious, and relentless. Vaccines have arrived that are effective in providing protection from the virus, but the rollout of the medicine has been maddeningly slow. We see a light at the end of this long and dark tunnel, but it doesn't seem to be getting any bigger or any brighter, especially when the impact of new variants of the virus is not yet known. We can't fault the pharmaceutical companies which rushed these drugs to market in record time while insisting all testing protocols were met. Nor do we fault the people at the bottom of the supply chain, the hospitals, the clinics, the doctors, the nurses who administer the vaccine. They can't dispense more shots than they receive. What we can fault is the failure of government to adequately prepare for the drug's swift arrival and the complications of distribution. Every Ohioan, regardless of age, is entitled to wonder why the logistics of mass vaccination weren't worked out months ago while the vaccine was still in development and clinical trials. To oversimplify, no one expected the vaccine so quickly. We will all remember 2020 for many heartbreaking events, civil unrest and the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, forest fires, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, and other calamities. A bizarre political campaign, a presidency that ended in chaos, a violent assault on the U.S. Capitol in the New Year's first week. But what truly defines the past year is the preventable loss of so many of our fellow citizens. Few among us do not know someone who passed away from COVID or its complications over the course of the last 12 months. I know several. It's time to pick up the pace on vaccinating those still with us. Maybe one day, when we can all hug again, another Gershwin tune will have new relevance. Embraceable You.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.